I'm going to show you how to make a matrix using a combination of tiles and the drawing tools. The matrix I'm going to be making is going to be using the base help. I also want there to be a compound included in this matrix. I want to use the bases as tiles, but all the prefixes and suffixes I will use the text box for. So right now I'm going to be making those two bases. I'm going to go ahead and go to my Edit This Tile Set, and I'm going to add a tile. Now I'll be able to make the word helpmate. I'm going to make the colors of my bases gray. You can make them whatever color you want. I'm going to save those, yes, and I'm going to grab them into this workspace. Before I start making the matrix, I'm going to go back to Edit This Tile Set and edit those two bases I just put into the blanks and symbols. I don't want to save them forever. I just wanted them for this matrix. So back to Edit This Tile Set. Now my pantry looks like it did before, but I do have those two bases on my workspace so I can begin to make my matrix. Now I can hide the pantries and begin to work. One thing I'll want to remember, since I'm going to be using both drawing and tiles, is that I can move my tiles around as long as the draw mode is off. If the draw mode is on, I can't move them, I start drawing. Okay, so I removed the drawing and I've put the help in the position that I want it to be for the matrix, and I've saved the base mate over in the corner to be used later. Now I'll turn on my draw mode. I'm going to make all of my drawing black, and the first thing I want to do is the rectangle to hold the matrix in. So I'm going to start right here and make it about the size I think I'm going to need it to be. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my handles right now, because as I'm working with this matrix, the things are going to get crowded and I need to see where all the touch points are so I don't accidentally touch something that I don't want to touch and do something I don't want to do. Next, I'll add two vertical lines to separate the prefixes and the suffixes from the base. And I can go ahead and put these right inside the matrix because I can see there's no touch points right there. Now I'm going to begin to think of all of the words I can make with prefixes and suffixes added to the base help. I will make those prefixes and suffixes, add them to the matrix, but I won't add the rest of the vertical and horizontal lines until I've positioned those prefixes and suffixes where I want them. Okay, tap text and start making suffixes. I'm going to start thinking helps, so I need suffix S. Helping. I can start adding them to the matrix when I get several of them, so I don't get confused about what I'm making. And then I can go ahead and start making some more and adding them in. Okay, now I've added all the prefixes and suffixes that I want to add, and I do want to add that other base to it. So I'm going to turn off the draw mode and grab it and put it over here where I want it to be. Notice that with the draw mode off, I also have the handles off, and I can see my matrix and where the placement of all the prefixes and suffixes are. This would be a good point to think if I want to rearrange anything before I start drawing in all the vertical and horizontal lines. I like the placement of everything, so I'm going to turn back on the draw mode, and I'm going to begin to draw the other lines that need to be in here. I'm going to start with the horizontal lines first. I'm going to go ahead and touch horizontal line. And I know that I want them to be the same size as this space. And you notice that I'm drawing these lines off of the matrix, and I'm going to add them into the matrix. I don't want to accidentally touch one of the edit boxes and bring up the text box. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one right here. And I'm going to draw another one. And I'm going to put, it's a little bit longer perhaps. I'm going to put this one right here. And I'm going to draw another one. And I'm going to put it right here. And one more. And I need this a little long. Need this one to be right here. And now I can begin to add some vertical lines. In fact, I only think I need one. I think I need it right here. I'm going to draw it from here to here and put it in here. Now turn off the draw and see what it looks like. I pretty much like the way it looks. There's only one line that looks like it's misplaced. I'm going to see if I can fix it and turn on the draw mode. And I need to make this one just a little bit longer. And I can see there's no touch points there, so I can go ahead and put it over there. Oh, too long. Ooh, I want it right about there. And I'd also think I'd like it to be a little bit up. I'm going to move this S over so I don't touch it. I'm going to move it right like this. Now I can put the S back in and suffix S, clean it up a little bit there, turn the draw mode off. Yes, I like that better.